Welcome to the Revealer. Subscribe and press the bell icon for updates. The story begins not with a headline, but with a quiet departure. In Tehran, Arash packed his life into 2 suitcases, leaving behind family, friends, and the familiar scent of saffron in the Grand Bazaar. He was bound for Manila, chasing an engineering degree, a ticket to a better future. But this journey would become about so much more than textbooks. Arash landed in Manila, greeted by sweltering humidity and a city alive with chaos and color. Everything was different: the food, the language, the faces. He felt like a stranger on another planet, armed only with a student visa and hope. His first weeks blurred by: enrollment, a tiny apartment, and the cold comfort of mathematics. In the lecture hall, he could almost forget his loneliness. But outside, isolation crashed back in. He watched groups of students laugh and belong, while he remained a silent observer, haunted by memories of home. Iran would never be the same for him because he would never be the same. Loneliness became Arash's constant companion in his small Manila room. Back in Iran, faith was identity, unchallenged, unquestioned. He missed his mother's cooking, his father's laughter, the camaraderie of brothers. In Manila, meals were eaten alone. Conversations in English felt cold and transactional. Filipinos smiled warmly, but their kindness only deepened his sense of isolation. His days became routine: university, library, apartment. Weekends were the hardest, scrolling through photos of family celebrations he could no longer join. He tried to make friends, but cultural gaps and misunderstandings left him feeling awkward and out of place. Gradually, he withdrew, building walls around himself. Surrounded by warmth, he felt colder than ever, a solitary figure adrift in a sea of smiles. The ache of missing home grew sharper with every passing day. One stormy night, a typhoon plunged Manila into darkness. Alone and powerless, Arash sat by his window, feeling the weight of his isolation. A gentle knock broke the silence. His neighbor Elena, with her family and a flickering candle. "Are you okay? Come join us," she offered. Hesitant, Arash followed her into their home, where warmth and laughter replaced the blackout's gloom. They shared food and stories, asking about Iran and listening with genuine interest. For the first time in months, Arash felt seen, not as a foreigner, but as himself. As the evening wore on, Rico, Elena's husband, spoke quietly about their faith, not preaching, just sharing how it gave them peace. Arash listened, surprised by the kindness and simplicity of their belief. Their faith was lived, not lectured, expressed in hospitality and compassion. In the candlelight, Arash began to question everything he'd been taught about faith and kindness. The darkness outside remained, but inside, a new light flickered in his heart. That night, the journey of transformation truly began. Weeks later, Elena and Rico invited Arash to their provincial fiesta. Hesitant but curious, he joined them, leaving the city for a world of rice paddies and vibrant celebration. The town welcomed him as family, piling his plate with food and teaching him Tagalog phrases. At the fiesta, everyone belonged, no outsiders, just community. He watched as faith and joy wove the town together, not as rigid rules, but as shared celebration. The procession for the patron saint was unfamiliar, but the unity was unmistakable. That night, under the stars, Arash felt a peace he hadn't known since leaving Iran. The kindness he received wasn't just politeness, it was faith in action. In that small town, surrounded by new friends, Arash felt truly at home for the first time. Belonging, he realized, could be found in the most unexpected places. Arash's curiosity about faith grew into a quiet fire. He began attending church with Elena and Rico, listening to messages of love and hope. The idea of a loving personal God was revolutionary. He read the Bible, first in secret, then with hunger. One day, a child selling wooden crosses pressed one into his hand. "Jesus loves you." The simple words struck Arash deeply. No agenda, just love. He bought the cross, its rough edges a tangible symbol of a new truth dawning in his soul. Back in his apartment, he stared at the cross. It was no longer just wood, but a question and an invitation. Could this love truly be for him? Could he risk everything for it? Arash stood on the edge of a decision that would change his life forever. The decision to embrace Christianity came at a heavy price. Arash agonized for weeks, knowing it could mean losing his family and his home forever. Telling his parents was heartbreaking. Their confusion turned to anger and grief. His father accused him of betrayal. His mother wept. When he couldn't renounce his new faith, the call ended in silence. His family cut off contact and support, leaving Arash truly alone. The pain was crushing, an orphan by choice, plagued by guilt and doubt. Had he made a terrible mistake? In his darkest hour, Elena, Rico, and his church friends rallied around him. They refused to let him face the darkness alone. Their compassion became his lifeline. Elena, Rico, and his church friends became Arash's new family. They offered food, shelter, and, most importantly, unconditional love. With their support, Arash's faith deepened. It became his anchor. Ready to declare his new belief, he chose to be baptized in the ocean. As he emerged from the water, sunlight on his face, he felt reborn. No longer just Arash from Iran, he was a new creation, rooted in faith and community. He completed his engineering degree and stayed in the Philippines, helping other international students find belonging. His story is a testament to the power of simple kindness. Sometimes we find God not in temples, but in the faces of those who love us when we need it most. In a foreign land, Arash found home,